So I finished modeling the floor slabs. We combined them all into one group. They're on this layer, floor slab 1. You can see that the walls have been modeled as well. If I change in my view, the X-ray view, we can see that the walls and floors in contact with each other. So now what we need to do is model the columns. In the middle of the model, I'm going to turn off the walls and the floor slab for convenience here. Remember, we're always drawing on layer 0. We go into a plan view and create the underlying geometry for the columns. Use a rectangle tool. There's the first, second, and third column. Technically we have a fourth. It's been modeled into the geometry of the wall here. We could separate that out, or I think it's convenient to leave it as part of the wall right now. We can deal with that afterwards. So we go to an isometric view and we see that we have the geometry for the 3 columns. We know from the CAD drawing, which I'll pull back into this view temporarily. That the columns go to a height from the first floor slab of 13.6, which means from the inside slab they go to 14 feet. Well, that'll do. 13.6 from the inside slab. So I'm going to model them to that height. Use the push-pull tool to extrude all 3 of these. I'm going to type in explicitly 13.6. Double-click the next, and next remembers the last values. And then remember, these sit on the inside slab, so I'm going to have to raise them 12 inches. Let's create a layer called columns. Have that handy. Let's group the columns that we just created. A group. Let us assign that to the column layer, and let's go to a front view, orthographic view, so we can see. Oops. Inadvertently, let's put them back on columns. So we can see from this view that the columns sit on the base level, and we're going to use the move tool. Click anywhere and just sort of holding the shift key, we can see we're moving along the blue axis, which is the vertical axis. I'm going to type in a value of 12 inches, so we raise them to 1 foot. If I turn the floor slab back on, you can see that they're sitting on top of that slab. Let's go to isometric view, and you can see that our X-ray face style is still on. Let's turn on the wall so we can see the model is coming along, and we have our 3 columns created. In the next video, we're going to model the girder that sits on top of these columns, and then the trusses that are perpendicular to those on top of that.